Hello, how you doing today? Welcome to my channel. It is the season of love, so I encourage you to go out and show love and spread kindness to those around you. And as much as you're doing all of this, please do not neglect yourself, because self-love and self-care is also very important. If you don't take care of yourself, who will? So today we'll be talking on hair porosity, which is part of your hair type. Now I have a video that talks intensively of what your hair type is, why you need to know it, and how it's going to be beneficiary for you in your hair journey. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to leave a link down below in the description box. Please click on it and see it. So hair porosity, as we already laid basis on, is your hair's ability to absorb and retain moisture. Hair porosity is usually generic, which means it's what you're born with, but it can be affected and changed by some factors such as heat damage, chemical damage, etc. So there are three different types of hair porosity, which we've already talked about. There is low, high, and medium porosity. So today would be kickstarting with low porosity. Personally, I believe that hair porosity is one of the most important factor in caring for your natural hair. First, the hair has tightly formed cuticle, which makes it hard for moisture to penetrate into the hair shaft, and it's also hard for moisture to leave the hair shaft because of the way the cuticles are overlapped on each other. There are different ways in which you can test for your hair porosity. Now you can do the float method, or you can do the slip and slide method, which is just taking a strand of your hair and then slipping to feel it. If it feels smooth, it means it will mean you have low porosity hair. However, this method is actually not 100% or even up to 90% accurate. There is also, you can also visit a trichologist to have your hair tested in a lab, which would give you a 90% result. Or if you feel either of these options are going to be very tedious and stressful for you, you can simply do the observation method, which is what we would be talking on today. All you have to do is look up for the characteristics of low porosity hair. The first characteristics to look out for would be the amount of time it takes for your hair to dry. Now for low porosity hair, it could take from hours to days to dry because of the way your cuticles are formed. Now what happens when moisture or water is applied to your hair is that it slips in slowly, again because of the way the cuticle is formed, and this takes time, and your hair cuticle cannot absorb a lot of moisture, so it ends up giving out the other part of the water, which you get to see as water beads on your hair. Now too much of moisture is actually not good because it can lead to hydro fatigue, which leads to your hair weakening and also leads to hair breakage. So you do want to control this. Now the way to manage, or the solution to this, would be first and foremost, when you get out of the shower, do not apply your product on soaking wet hair. You'd want to dry your hair first. And you can do this using a paper towel or an old t-shirt to dry your hair, but not fully, just slightly, because you want to leave your hair damp before applying your leave-in conditioner into your hair. Now the second characteristics to look out for would be that heavy products tend to sit on low porosity hair. Now if you go back to what I've said already about the hair cuticle, when heavy products are applied to the hair, it doesn't penetrate into the cuticles because the cuticles are tightly formed, so they are not fully raised. So they get to sit on your hair, which is actually not good because you're not benefiting from whatever goodness they're supposed to give into your hair. Now the solution to this would be to be light-handed with products. So when you're getting your leave-in conditioners, when you're getting your conditioners or your deep conditioners, you want to go for light-handed products. This leads us to the third characteristics, which is product buildup. Now, like I already said, remember that product gets to sit on your hair strand instead of penetrating into the shaft. So what happens when that happens? Let's say a leave-in conditioner, it dries up and then just stays on your hair shaft. If you reapply another leave-in conditioner, let's say 2 or 3 days after, that also gets to sit on your hair and doesn't penetrate into it, and it literally just blocks the hair cuticle, which was already tightly formed, so nothing can penetrate into your hair. So what the solution to this, or what you would want to do when doing this, would be first and foremost clarify your hair from product buildup. So you'd want to use a clarifying shampoo maybe once in a month, and to apply heat. And when you're doing your deep conditioning, it would be so beneficiary for you, as if you have low porosity hair, to be so beneficiary for you to apply heat to your hair, because what happens when heat is applied to your hair is that it helps raise your hair cuticles more than they're normally raised, which would help you absorb the goodness of this moisture into your hair shaft. Now you want to get a hooded dryer or a steaming cap. If you're low on budget and you can't afford to get any of this, you can simply use your shower cap and allow your body heat to work the magic on your hair. So you want to sit from 30 minutes to an hour or more, depending on what works for you. Now, we've talked a lot already about low porosity today, so I would want us to stop here. Don't worry, I would have another video which will give you more characteristics to look out for if you have low porosity hair. Thank you so much for watching today. If you found this video helpful and you like this content, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you get the notifications just as I drop the new videos. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. See you in the next video.